Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we do have three very important topics to talk about in today's video. The first topic that we are going to be talking about is going to be about Eric Garcia's potential move to FC Barcelona. Then we are going to be talking about Jordi Cruyff and him denying the fact that he is working with Victor Font. And then lastly, we are going to be talking about Erling Haaland's and what his future may hold with FC Barcelona. So first things first, I do want to say Happy New Year's. I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope everyone is with their families, having a lot of fun. I know that right now, if you guys are watching this video, there are some of you guys who are already in 2021. Right now, I'm still in 2020. I'm still stuck here with my family and my friends. As of now, we do have a total of 8 hours left in order for us to head towards 2021. So Happy New Year's to everyone. And hopefully this does end up being a better year overall for many of you guys, and especially for us in this channel. So going back into the video, Eric Garcia has been one of the most highly talked about players within FC Barcelona. And I do not mean by us fans. I am talking about the people literally in Barcelona. And it says here, according to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester City and Pep Guardiola were trying in every way possible to convince Eric Garcia to stay and renew his contract. But the player only wants a return back home to Barcelona. He will be a Barcelona player next year, and that is going to be the final conclusion. Eric Garcia is not going to be continuing with Manchester City, and he will be a Barcelona player within these next 7 months. And the main reason why Barcelona were so eager to push for that move is because they knew that Manchester City, from the time between the summer of 2020 and January 2021, Manchester City were trying to renew Eric Garcia's contract, and Barcelona did not want that. And it says here, according to Fernando Polo, the tactic is to announce his signing for July 2021 so that Garcia doesn't negotiate a renewal at Manchester City or a pre-contract with any other club. But Eric Garcia is standing firm. He does want to become a Barcelona player. But notice how in this statement, it does say that Eric Garcia is going to become a Barcelona player next year. That is where the question does come up. And that is that, when is Eric Garcia going to be joining Barcelona? Is it going to be in January 2021 or in June 2021? And ultimately, I do believe that Barcelona is going to go based off what they are seeing currently with their center back situation. Because let's just take away Gerard Piqué out first from these center back options. Right now, we do have Samuel Umtiti, we have Lenglet, we have Ronald Araujo, and we also have Mingueza. That is a total of 4 center backs in a position which in a team only requires 2. And so you might now get the feeling that some players may need to be moved. This is a situation that Barcelona do need to assess before they do add in another center back. And I think that because of this, I do think that Barcelona need more time. They need more time to analyze what are they going to do for the next 6 months within this position, which makes us believe that Barcelona in the end is going to be wanting to sign a pre-contract with Eric Garcia. I honestly do not see Eric Garcia coming in January 2021 and being added on top of this list. And then as soon as we do hit the summer of 2021, then we can move out some players, understand what player is performing at that level that Barcelona do need, then bring in Eric Garcia. That is the most smooth transition Barcelona could have. And so in the end, I do congratulate Eric Garcia. I know that Eric Garcia is going to be extremely happy coming back to Barcelona because look, Eric Garcia is not a stranger with FC Barcelona. He has been with this club before, and he has been with this club for multiple years before he moved to Manchester City. And one of his biggest friends and his best mates within this Barcelona club is Ansu Fati. So he will be extremely welcomed coming back to Barcelona, and we should expect his announcement where they have signed a pre-contract within these next 2 to 3 weeks. Now moving on to the next topic of today, and we are going to be talking about what Jordi Cruyff has put out on social media. So first things first, in the previous video, I did explain what Victor Font had to give out to FC Barcelona if he were elected. He did give out a organizational chart. It was very interesting. And one of the men that he did include within his organization was Jordi Cruyff. Victor Font did call him to become the sporting director. But as soon as that event was done, something very interesting did come out on Twitter, and Jordi Cruyff did have something to say about this whole electoral process. And this is what he said, and I quote, "I want to clarify that I am focused on my commitment to Shenzhen FC and not involved in any electoral process for the Barcelona presidency." And as soon as this statement was put out by Mr. Cruyff, there was a lot of confusion going on within the fan base and in FC Barcelona, because doesn't it seem odd that Victor Font is saying that Jordi Cruyff is going to become the sporting director? Then you have Jordi Cruyff completely turning his back and saying, "I am not going to include myself within this electoral race." That makes Victor Font look extremely bad. And in other words, it makes Victor Font look like a liar, because how are you going to say that these men are going to be joining your organization while at the same time they're also saying that I do not want to play in any part within this race and I'm going to be committed towards my club for the remaining years? But here's the thing, and I'm going to be talking about Xavi Hernandez and Jordi Cruyff when it comes to this topic here. We have to keep in mind that Xavi Hernandez and Jordi Cruyff are under contract with their current club. And when you are under contract with a club, you are never ever allowed to speak about what you have going on in the back end. If you are in a club, let's just say for example, like Real Madrid, and you are negotiating on a potential move to Barcelona and you speak it out to the media, that is a huge red flag. You should never do that. That is something that a player, nor a manager or a sporting director should never do. And I believe that that is why Jordi Cruyff is trying to make it clear and say that I am only working for Shenzhen FC and I am not involved in any presidential race in Barcelona. But I truly do believe that they have talked before. I do believe that Jordi Cruyff and Victor Font have already had conversations that if Victor Font does get elected, Jordi Cruyff will be leaving immediately and become the sporting director of FC Barcelona. There is probably a clause within his contract with Shenzhen that if Victor Font does get elected, he will leave immediately. This is something very similar to what we have heard with Xavi Hernandez, which is now actually going to lead me towards Xavi Hernandez. When it comes to this coach here, there has been many talks that Xavi Hernandez is going to be staying with Qatar until 2022. This is literally what Xavi Hernandez did say a couple of days ago. But we must also keep in mind that Xavi Hernandez is an ambassador with Qatar, which basically means that it is in your job to speak highly of Qatar. You are supposed to say that Qatar is the best country in the world. You are supposed to say that Qatar is a great place to play football and that you do want to continue your football and your teachings within that country. Because what is one thing that's going to be happening in about 2 years? That is that the World Cup is going to be held in Qatar in 2022. And Qatar right now, whether it's the club or the country, they are using Xavi as a tool in order to promote Qatar as a great country to play football in. And the same thing is going to go towards Xavi Hernandez. If Victor Font does get elected, Xavi will immediately cut his contract with Qatar and then join Barcelona as the coach or a general manager as soon as possible. So in the end, the final conclusion means this. When it comes to Jordi Cruyff putting out a statement on Twitter, or when it comes to Xavi Hernandez saying that he does want to continue until 2022, these words mean nothing. But there is a big twist to this, right? There is a big problem. And this is something that I have been thinking about for the past couple of hours. And that is this. What is the socios going to be thinking about this? Like when the socios see this and they see that Jordi Cruyff is turning his back on Victor Font in this presidential race, what are they going to be thinking? And this is something very important to point out, because even though we can speak about this for the next 24 hours and we can try and convince ourselves that Victor Font is doing what he needs to do, the socios is what counts the most. They are the people that matter the most. They are the people that are in control of who is going to be the next president of FC Barcelona. And again, if the socios see this and they say, wait a minute, why is Jordi Cruyff saying that he's not involved in this presidential race? Why is Xavi Hernandez saying that he wants to stay until 2022? Is Victor Font a liar? Is Victor Font only saying this because he wants to be elected? That is not a president that we want. We have already had enough liars within our previous board. Let's not vote for Victor Font. And so you see how this could be extremely bad for a man such as Victor Font. And so I do think that there needed to be better communication between Victor Font and who he will be working with, whether it's either Xavi Hernandez or Jordi Cruyff. But knowing Victor Font, knowing the type of man he is, I do expect Victor Font to speak about this situation in any interview within the coming days. Victor Font is a loud man. He is a man that likes to put out whatever he thinks, whatever his thoughts he does have, he is going to be speaking it out into the media. And hopefully he does communicate this well to the socios in FC Barcelona. And lastly, I do want to quickly talk about Erling Haaland. And we do have a pre-candidate named Razad who is currently trying to run for the president of FC Barcelona. And he did speak about Erling Haaland. And this is what he said, and I quote, "I have talked with Mino Raiola and I have all the details of what can happen if we win. We know all of the conditions for this transfer." And a couple of hours later, we do have Mino Raiola himself, which is the agent of Erling Haaland, completely denying the fact that he has spoken to Mino Raiola about Erling Haaland. And to be very honest, when it comes to the presidential candidate, Razad, I am not surprised that he is using Erling Haaland as a tool in order for him to run further in this presidential race. And now seeing that the agent has denied this whole statement, that is going to ruin your credibility, and it is certainly not going to help you within your presidential run. As of now, Laporta is the only man with the most leverage. He is the only man that can speak to Mino Raiola and has the best relationship with this agent. I'm actually quite surprised that Laporta has not used Erling Haaland's name so far yet within his presidential run. I do think that Laporta is letting the media do the talking for him, because Laporta has one thing that no other presidential candidate does have, and that is the credibility and the proof that he can bring winning material towards a club like FC Barcelona. But that is going to be it for today's Barcelona Daily News. Again, I do want to wish you guys a happy New Year's. Hopefully we do get a better year, and hopefully 2021 does bring us many more trophies. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.